This is probably one of the first guns you've ever shot before even a 22, a 12 gauge, or a 20 gauge shotgun. You've had fun with this gun in your backyard for many years, and you probably still play around with it today. I'm talking about the Daisy BB gun.
Where's that little run at?
You can't see me.
Thanks for saving me, my love. My heart aches with love.
In 1882, a watchmaker by the name of Clarence Hamilton in Plymouth, Michigan, decided to open up a windmill factory to manufacture a type of vaneless windmill that he had invented in 1880. By the mid-1880s, the business wasn't doing so well, though. Transporting iron windmills throughout the southern part of Michigan, the northern part of Indiana and Ohio by wagon was really hard to do. In January of 1888, the company board decided to call a meeting to talk about possibly shutting down the factory. But General Manager Lewis Hugh didn't let that happen, and the motion failed by one vote. Hamilton then decided to create another factory, the Plymouth Air Rifle Company, not too far down the road from his windmill factory, to take his shot at making BB guns. His competitor, Captain William Markham, and his Markham Air Rifle Company, is thought to have believed to make the first ever BB gun, though some think it was his employee, George Sage, who designed it. March 6th of 1888, Hamilton goes to the Windmill Company board to ask if he could use the blast furnace to create and stamp all of his parts needed for his all-metal gun design. After getting approval and building the gun, Lewis Hugh test-fired it and said, "Boy, it's a daisy." And that's how the name was born. The board then thought it would be a good idea to give every farmer that bought a windmill a BB gun as a bundled premium item. As competition grew between Plymouth and Markham, Markham focused on gun designs, like the King and the Chicago, while Plymouth mainly focused on marketing. By 1900, 15% of Plymouth's money was going into ads in magazines and posters, to the point that the word Daisy was a household word. In 1901, Daisy produced its first ever 500-shot lever-action BB gun, beating Markham's design by 9 years. The most famous model was the Little Daisy Model 20, which only had 3 gun design changes between 1908 and 1937, which was sold for 50 cents or less. That's $17 to $20 today. In 1916, Daisy would buy out Markham's company and change the name to King Air Rifle Company in 1928, and continued the production of the Markham King BB gun until 1935, when in the 1940s they would shut down the company altogether. In 1958, Daisy would move the factory from Plymouth, Michigan to Rogers, Arkansas, until 1993, when they were bought out by a private equity firm, Charter Oak Partners. In 2005, the factory would then be demolished and would be replaced with a condominium complex called Daisy Square. One of the walls of the factory would remain standing until 2013, when they was going to put it up with a apartment building. In 2016, Daisy was then sold by Charter Oak, who was bought by another private equity firm, Bruckman, Rosser, Sherrill & Co., who then partnered up with Gamo Outdoor, where they remain today. If I remember correctly, I think this was the first gun that I ever got and fired. It was either my birthday or Christmas Day when I got this thing. I remember going out back with my dad in the cold, and Dad teaching me gun safety and how to use it and not to be dumb with it and all that stuff. Shooting at, I think we had a watermelon sitting out back and just shooting a watermelon. I don't know why we had a watermelon, but we did. I don't know if it was starting to go bad and we decided to use it as a target. I don't know. But all I know is that there was a watermelon sitting out back for a long while until it started to turn into watermelon soup. But yeah, these little Daisy BB guns are just so fun. I still go outside to this day with this thing and just plank around with it, shoot some pop cans or something. But as I said, these are really good ways for younger kids to get into firearms, to teach them gun safety, how to be a good marksman, and just the first step before you go into the 22 or the 17 HMR or any other beginner gun, and then step their way up into the real gun world where they start shooting 6.5 Creedmoors, 30-30s, shotguns, and all that stuff. But I can see why Daisy has been around for so long. I think I've killed 2 animals with this thing. A starling, I think it was, and a mouse that we had caught in a sticky mouse trap. But yeah, this thing is just so fun, and I had my mom ask a couple times for me to do a video on it, so here you go, Mama. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys learned something new today. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Please let me know in the comments below on what gun you want me to do next, and I might just do it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.